Hi, Coach Shawn here. You know, I get the question all the time, is narcissism evil or is it a disorder? Well, we know that it is considered a disorder. Well, I'm going to tell you from my point of view, it's not a disorder. It is definitely a demonic entity that has entered their body. Let me explain why. Because you can have, say, for example, a Down syndrome child. I have experience with that, or sibling, or in my case, it was a sibling who was brain damaged at birth. A lot of kids in this situation, whether they're Down syndrome or whether they're brain damaged or whatever, you have different levels of being able to cope, being able to reason, there's no exact check box that you can make. With narcissism, there is. How do you explain the gaslighting, the flying monkeys, the disparaging, of your name, the smear campaign, the parental alienation? They all seem to cheat. They all have multiple demons in them, whether it's gambling, day trading in the stock market, porn, whatever, money, spending a lot of money, whatever it is, they all have the same demon. So you want to ask whether or not it is a mental disorder? I say it's spiritual. They all need an exorcism. And it goes beyond just checking a normal behavioral disorder box or mental disorder. These people have zero empathy, none. They could care less about hurting you or hurting your children or the lies that they perpetuate, or they can sleep with someone else and lay in the bed next to you. You can ask them flat out and they will deny it. I remember asking my ex-husband, I said, are you cheating? And he said, no. I said, do you swear to God? And he looked me straight in the eye and he said, I swear to God. Listen, these people have zero empathy, and they will go sit in church every single Sunday. Most of them will espouse scripture. 1 Corinthians, my ex loved that one, talking about what love is. Well, I guess, love is patient, love is kind. They don't even understand what love is. They have no idea. They can do a 180 in about 2 seconds. They can go from love bombing you and putting you on a pedestal to telling you they're not in love with you anymore. These are sick people. And if you've ever come into contact with one, you know that this is spiritual. This is not a disorder. We live in a very secular world. And so, of course, God forbid there's a label put on it. But in my opinion, these people need a severe exorcism. They are not normal, healthy people. Most of these are psychopaths. I know I've been told in many cases what I experienced with someone who was a psychopath. And I know after coaching on this for a very long time, for years now, that I have not come across anyone that is a narcissist that is not also a psychopath. The reason being is there is no empathy there. They can have a dead body in the trunk and be pulled over and act like everything is perfectly fine. I witnessed it myself. My ex-husband could drag me from a bedroom and throw me and get in my face and threaten me, and I can call the police, and he's acting like, it's just perfectly fine, and so I just don't understand, officer, and she's just not. The way that these people can present themselves under extreme circumstances. They are somebody that could bury you alive and walk away and not ever think about it again. They could literally sleep at night and never have remorse about it, ever, and justify it and say, well, I wouldn't have done that had they not X, Y, and Z, because these are not healthy people. They can sleep in the same bed with you, lie to your face, have a meal with you, go to church and sit in a pew with you on a Sunday, lie to their children. They can corrupt their children, and they have absolutely zero remorse about it. They lie on job applications. They gamble away the money. They will burn everything down. Everything that you worked for years, decades, they will burn it all down to go start fresh, so to go be with somebody who looks at them differently, because you're never going to look at them the same after they have You have caught them. And that's the thing. They don't come to you and tell you, have remorse and say, I need to tell you, I need to come clean. They get caught. So if you were with or are with a narcissist, you are catching them lying to you and cheating on you or hiding their phones or whatever. And if you suspect that they're up to no good, I guarantee you they're up to no good. And they're not going to come clean. And they're going to tell you how sorry they are when they get caught, and that they're going to make all these changes, and they may even give you a pledge, and they may do a lot of things to try to convince you that they're going to change. They probably will even go to counseling with you and lie to the counselor and lie to you. And I would say watch their actions, because they're evil, and you have to think about what Satan does. You have to think about the ability, the lying tongue, they lie and they lie and they deceive. They're deceivers. And I would say, again, if you think that you're with someone like that, watch what they do, not what they say. And don't deny your gut feeling. If things aren't lining up, then you need to say and do something about that. Don't stay in a situation where you know your gut feeling says, something's really off here and this doesn't feel right. And then you always are confirmed if you are someone that has had children with a narcissist, because they always alienate the kids. In every single case, that's another checkbox. Smear campaign, flying monkeys, adultery, lying, manipulating, gaslighting. There comes another checkbox, parental alienation. They run the same single play every single time. And again, I beg you to think about this. There is no other disorder, or even somebody who has cancer, say they have pancreatic cancer. Doctors can give a range of how long someone may live, depending on if it's stage 3, stage 4, whatever. Everybody's different, though. Not everybody follows the exact same pattern. Why is it in narcissism they all follow the exact same pattern? I'm going to say because they're all inhabited by a demon. I'm going to say because it is spiritual. I'm going to say because it is evil. And they run the exact same playbook, because that's the only playbook they know. And that playbook has been ran since the beginning of time. And we all know that a serpent speaks evil. We all know that it's a twisting of words. We all know that it's a twisting of reality, and that's what gaslighting is. So if you have any doubt that you have met someone who is evil, let me confirm for you, you have. And the reason you can look up narcissism and you can check every box is because they're all inhabited by the same demon. Coach Shawn here. Until next time, stay safe.